traveling and living in space. Human beings are creatures of Earth. Every cell, bone, and muscle in our bodies has been shaped by gravity, sunlight, air, and the protective shield of our planet's atmosphere. We are, in a sense, programmed to live here. So when we step into space, a realm with no gravity, no breathable air, and constant radiation, we are entering an environment utterly hostile to our biology. In orbit, the changes begin almost immediately. Muscles start to shrink because they no longer need to push against gravity. Bones lose calcium and density at a rate much faster than they do on Earth, making them fragile. The heart, relieved of the effort required to pump blood upward against gravity, weakens over time. Even body fluids shift upward toward the head, causing puffy faces, changes in vision, and pressure inside the skull. The immune system falters, and astronauts sometimes find themselves more susceptible to illness. Meanwhile, the delicate balance systems of the inner ear, which help us navigate upright and stable on Earth, become confused in microgravity, leaving astronauts disoriented until their brains slowly learn to adapt. And those are just the physical challenges. Space takes a toll on the mind as well. Imagine being confined in a small spacecraft for months, separated from Earth, with only a handful of crewmates for company. Every day is carefully scheduled. Every mistake carries serious risk. And outside the window lies nothing but emptiness. Astronauts describe it as awe-inspiring but also deeply isolating. The psychological stress of such a journey may be just as demanding as the physical one. One possible way to make these missions safer is through faster travel. Today, it takes about 6 to 9 months to reach Mars. But if we could develop propulsion systems powerful enough to cut that time in half, using nuclear engines, plasma drives, or other advanced technologies, astronauts would be exposed to harmful conditions for a much shorter period. Shorter journeys would mean fewer days of radiation exposure, less muscle and bone loss, and fewer psychological strains from isolation. Yet, even with faster ships, the hazards of space would not disappear. Radiation remains one of the greatest threats. Outside Earth's magnetic shield, astronauts are bombarded with cosmic rays and bursts of solar particles, forms of radiation that can damage DNA, increase cancer risk, and even affect the nervous system. Protective shielding can help, but it is heavy and difficult to carry on long missions. And even if we solve the radiation problem, astronauts will still need to adapt to life on planetary surfaces where gravity is weaker than Earth's, such as Mars, or much stronger if we ever explore planets like Jupiter's moons. Each environment brings new stresses to the body. This is why some scientists and futurists suggest that technology alone may not be enough. To truly thrive beyond Earth, we may need to rethink what it means to be human. Imagine astronauts with enhanced biology, mechanical implants that help regulate circulation, engineered genes that protect against radiation, or even hybrid human-machine systems designed for resilience in environments where ordinary humans would struggle. These ideas might sound like science fiction, but they highlight the scale of innovation required if we hope to make life in space sustainable. For now, researchers are carefully studying astronauts on the International Space Station and running experiments that simulate space conditions here on Earth. They track bone density, test exercise regimes, analyze immune responses, and explore ways to counteract radiation exposure. Each study adds another piece to the puzzle of how humans can survive and eventually thrive during journeys that last not weeks, but months and years. The story of space travel is not only about rockets and spacecraft. It is about biology, psychology, and the remarkable adaptability of the human spirit. As we set our sights on Mars and beyond, the question is not just how do we get there, The deeper challenge is how do we live once we arrive?